All right, I'm on my way to meet a end buyer of a property. It was actually one of my rental properties I used to own as a rental. The loan on it is, I think it's 3.6 or something. Really good 30-year note on the property. I was so sick of being a landlord, couldn't handle it. I'm not cut out for that, but not for me. So I decided to sell this property to an end buyer on seller financing. I'm headed to meet that individual. They moved out of state and they don't want to own the property anymore. They actually rented the house to somebody. It's too much for them to manage out of state. They are essentially giving the property back to me. Now, it's a little more complicated than that. The tenant actually wants to buy it. And so I'm talking with the tenant about the possibility of them buying the property. We're going to meet a notary at a bank and we're going to just sign a mutual release and a quitclaim deed. Just in case, I'm going to get that. They're willing to just walk away from the property and I get to get my property back with this fantastic loan and debt on the property. I could go on the market and I could just sell the property and cash out some of my equity or all of my equity. But instead, I'm going to work with that tenant to do a lease and option with them. I'm going to collect a fee up front for the right to be the buyer on that property. Be able to get a little something up front from the property and then essentially do a lease and option with them until after a certain period of time, if they're able to qualify for seller financing with my underwriter, then I'll sell it to them on seller financing for an additional, down payment. So that way I'm getting a little bit more of my equity out. This way, instead of just selling off the property, cashing out all my equity, which is, I would definitely get more money cash right now if we did that. However, I'd be losing that fantastic 3.65 loan and not being able to leverage that debt to produce income. And so I'm going to leave that debt in place. It's a Sub2 debt, by the way. Anyways, we're going to leave that debt in place and we're going to do it all again. We're going to rinse and repeat. We're going to put a tenant buyer in there this time, and then hopefully they become our buyer down the road. That would be best case scenario for them and for us. And then if rates ever do come back down and they did want to refinance at some point, well then, heck, go out to Bank of America and qualify and then show me, because maybe I can beat your term and then I can refinance you and I can start the amortization clock all over again. And if I can reset that amortization clock, then that essentially means more interest income. That's how it's done here in the realm of seller financing. Wish me luck. Hope all goes well at this signing. And I will see you on the flip side.